Hi, everybody. This is Andrew speaking. I just want to come in early to make sure everything's set up. So I would like to thank some of our Hawaii friends already entered, Eugene, and some of the Hong Kong friends is there too. We have also some Filipino friends also there. So we have a lot of very good friends already came in. So wonderful. Today, actually, the webinar is very interesting. The reason why I actually got this webinar is because a lot of people say, hey, I have been trying to lose my weight, but one of my biggest difficulties and how to keep it there to, keep losing. Sometimes I lose the weight, but, next thing I know is all came back up. And it is a challenge, to be honest. I myself experienced also have that difficulties. And but on the hand, I realized there's a lot of tasks you can do to improve that weight list, the losing weight. So you really need to take some steps to do that. And with that, and you can able to help you to improve the weight loss. And that result, you'll be actually, very successful. Now, losing the weight is truly important task, and also not only an important task, also a task that is really hard to achieve if you don't have no goals. But anyway, we'll talk a little more about that. And also, we make sure that you will have a lot more, practical experience. And today, we also have a real good dessert that you might easy to cook. It's called peanut butter lava cake. And I think peanut butter lava cake is an extremely good dessert, easy to make, and it's only 6 carbs. So 6 carbs is not big, it's just good, carbs that you can enjoy. Plus, at the same time, you have, a very delicious, melting peanut butter coming out when you take the bite. That is so wonderful. So I think that is something that I thought will be introduced at. And as we move on, we will also give you some additional snack, making a next subsequent webinar, plus some knowledge, some wisdom on how you lower your blood sugar, maintain your blood sugar so you don't get serious diabetes, or if you are pre-diabetic, will not convert. I tell you a story. Actually, this is one of my clients who actually said, "Hey, they were saying that, Andrew, I tried my lower weight for so long, but on the other hand, I couldn't do it." And so, I said, yes, understand, your situation. And then, that is going to be a problem for some of you. Understand that, it's okay. By the way, I just want to make sure, can someone answer me, like Eugene, give me a 1 if you can hear me. If you give me a 2 on the, give me a like in the Facebook if you can hear me. But Eugene, can you give me a 1? Okay, 1 can hear. How about you Facebook people? Can you give me a like? Press the like or love or whatever. That would be wonderful. You can do that, because that would be great that we get able to understand. You can see us better. Okay, that would be good if we can do that, and I can able to. So I know there's a lot of people come on from Facebook also. So very important to can Facebook people just give me a like then, so I know that they can hear me, and that would be wonderful. Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. And then also, if you want to share with your friend, that would be okay too, because I have a lot of people from Philippines. They're sharing with their friends, and share with all different people, get a better understanding. Okay. Thank you, Eugene, for your answer 1. You can hear me loud and clear. And let me share with that story first. Sorry about that. And the story was this client of mine who actually she started up joining us pre-diabetic, and and she was saying that, wow, this is really, my weight could not come down. And I said, no, you can definitely come down, but you have to work on it. and you have to set goal. And I said, wow, this is so hard, because one of the things that I suggest her to, besides your diet control, you have to also do your exercise, and 10,000 steps a day. And she said, wow, this is humongous hard. 10,000 steps a day. Are you kidding? 10,000 steps, which is 1 hour walk. Well, actually she started off not 10,000, it started off as 5,000 steps. This was half an hour walk or so. And also dieting, she will start doing some dieting with my plate planning thing that for her. So her pre-diabetic plan, although she was very close to diabetes because it's 6.4, which is if she had one more point, she's convert. But net result of that, because of her diet, her exercise, her weight went down to close to, she would lost about 5 to 6 pounds around there, because she keep jumping back and forth the pound wise. She lose 3 pounds and come back up 2 pounds and so forth and so forth. So all these pound changes created her, am I going to lose it? And it took a lot of time and effort, really constant working, and then eventually she actually achieved her goal. So after the 5-6 pounds, you know what? Her A1C went down to 6, and that is really an achievement. Her doctor was saying that, wow, that's real good. On top of that, her experience, besides from 6.4 all the way to 6, she also dropped her blood pressure to, sorry about that. Her blood pressure, I got some allergy actually. I don't have a cold. Her blood pressure dropped down to 120, 115 and below, because just her weight changed. Earlier was 130 around there. Average is about 130. And her systolic blood pressure also dropped down. So exercise, dieting, weight loss, it had tremendous benefit. That's really a proven success. Later, I'll tell you my also proven success. Actually, this also happened. 各位朋友，我係 Angela Lowsutea President， 好高興咧，我而家只係同你講講我最近嘅問題啦。好多糖友咧，或者前期患病嘅糖友話，Angela 好難減肥嘅喎，減咗又唔會去maintain 個肥，一路減一路就係高翻上去，咁啲人就好 frustrated。減咗3磅又加翻3磅咁樣。咁其實咧就我講一個真實個案俾你咧，我有一個前期患病嘅糖友，其實佢係6.4嘅 A1C， 咁但係咧佢醫生就話：喂，你如果再過一個 point， 你就係糖尿病㗎啦，咁你就真係要認真做嘢。咁頭咧佢都唔知佢做乜嘅，佢老實講，咁佢就猛喺度話好難好難，咁當然係真係好難啊！如果你真係唔做嘅時候，咁佢就 basically 咧，首先咧就我話嗱，不如咁啦，你每一個日要行1萬步，咁佢話：哇，呢個好難做啊，1萬步。咁其實佢係做唔到嘅，頭佬，佢只係行到半個鐘頭，大概3-4千步至5千步到啦，咁係。咁佢但係咧，佢就有恒心做咁短線嘅東西。咁咧佢恒心做短線嘅東西咧就幾好嘅，即係變咗佢咧喺呢方面咧係能夠俾到佢降低咗些少嘅磅數啦。咁其實降低係1-2磅咁嘅東西嘅，就冇5磅嘅，因為我個 target 俾佢5磅嘅。咁但係好處咧，佢就開始用我個 plate planning 啦、食飯啦，樣樣咧就開始係減佢個食物係做食好多菜同埋好多 lean meat 嗰啲東西，同埋咁 after that 咧佢就成功咧就將佢 A1C 降到係6咁一路咁落去喎，咁 it's very interesting. It's extremely good to see the A1C is doing good. So anyway, 呢個就係 okay. Hello everybody. Thank you very much for joining our weekly webinar. I know it's on your busy weekend. It's not easy, and so which we're going to start our webinar now. So we're going to share our screen, and in turns we'll get our starting our webinar and go from there. So anyway, this is where we're going to start, and we will be able to get your webinar starting. I think we have Thank you very much with a lot of people coming in. Actually, quite a few people from Hawaii, Singapore, Hong Kong, Philippines. I think there's some from Malaysia, Indonesia. So I think that's the number of people coming from these places. So it's really wonderful. Every time we have so many new people coming in, and they are really good about actually attending. 好多謝各位堂友，我係 Angela Lowsutea President。嗱，好多謝咧就你成日參與我呢個講座啦。咁其實咧今日咧有好特別咧，有好多人喺夏威夷啊、新加坡啊、馬來西亞、香港啦、同埋 Indonesia 啊或者菲律賓啦上一齊傾嘅。咁同埋 Facebook Live 亦都有好多人一齊嚟啦。咁其實今日講嘅題目咧係十分好嘅。點解咧？因為咧加磅或者減磅，加磅好容易，減磅係好難，因為減磅你要做嘢嘅。加磅就係最之你就食嘢啊，最之你咩都唔做都可能自己加磅嘅。咁所以其實係一個相當需要嘅東西。如果係前期患病者或者糖尿病患病者，或者係好嘅健康人都需要，其實唔係一樣咁。所以其實咧今日咧我哋講嘅節目咧係幫助大家係身體健康啲嘅。咁當然啦，最後咧就你知道點去做一個花生醬嘅嗰個 cupcakes。咁你就更加係欣賞到6 carbs， 即係6克嘅碳水化合物咧，就可以能夠有一個咁好嘅東西。嗱，因為我有好多堂友咧，依家係新入嚟咧，咁我都解釋下，再講俾5分鐘去講啦。第一，如果你係已經係前期患病者或者糖尿病咧，你一定要係好控制血糖嘅。如果你控制唔到血糖咧，其實你所有嘅糖都會 affect 晒你成個身體血管。咁其實咧呢樣嘢咧係會damage 晒你所有不同嘅 organ 啦。咁如果你唔控制咧，咁你譬如前期患者唔控制咧，你3年後咧你就變咗糖尿患病者。如果你喺糖尿病唔控制咧，你會有好多糖尿病嘅嚴重後患症咧，就一定會出現㗎啦。咁其實點去控制血糖啊？好簡單，其實去 dieting 啦，即係食嘅東西啦，要做 exercise 啦，同埋你要控制你重磅啦。同埋仲要咧，要飲嘢咧，你就唔好飲啲 juice 啊、soda 嗰啲啦，最好就飲去糖茶啦。去糖茶冇卡路里，乜都冇，又冇糖，亦都幫助你降低血糖、降低你嘅血脂 LDL 血脂，同埋係排毒 detox。咁呢3樣都好正嘅。嗱，其實Lowsutea係裏面有咩咧？其實咧佢裏面有 guava leaves 啦，同埋有 bitter melon 啦。guava leaves 就幫助啲糖咧入去個block 咗啲糖入血管嘅。bitter melon 咧就幫啲糖咧入去個 cells 度嘅。So it's really simple. As I mentioned earlier, actually important is don't eat any white food, cut down on soda, drink Lowsutea to help you to lower blood sugar, LDL, and also help you detox. And basically, Lowsutea, how it works is basically it has guava leaves blocking sugar into the vessels. And bitter melon act like insulin to take it to the cells. Now, if you don't do anything, the problem you have is your blood sugar will cause long-term effect to all your vessels. In that result, you will have problem with the heart, you have problem with the vision, eye could be blind, and we have a server lecture. Earlier, we talked about diabetic eye. If you need to, just send me a note. I will send you that note again to give you re-listen to eye. You're going to have kidney disease. It was really good that in March 6th, where Professor Larry Chen from University of Colorado talked about, all these diseases, but very focused, also talk about how your diabetic involved in kidney disease. Plus, you're going to have stroke. Stroke is going to be a very detrimental thing, for the body. Plus, it's very costly and very, very hard for the body. Plus, you have all kind of nerve damage eventually. What is nerve damage? For example, we already talked about previous lecture. Your nerve damage could affect your tummy, so you have difficulty going to relieve yourself with bowel movement. You could have constipation, plus sex life. A lot of people don't realize. I have lectures on embarrassing situation with diabetes. They damage your sex life. 30% of these people will have difficulty sex life. Plus circulation. Circulation can be bad because of the fact that you hurt your leg by chopping your leg. So just want to give you guys a catch up. Really, you gotta lower your blood sugar. 各位朋友，其實咧， 降低血糖，因為所有糖高咧係影響佢成身嘅所有嘅 organ 嘅，所有冠狀嘅。第一心臟啦，會影響會心臟病發作，會 heart attack 啦。你嘅眼啦、眼盲啦，或者 blindness 啦、蒙啦，仲有腎咧會令到你要洗腎啦，同埋喺中風咧，話中風真係慘，因為呢個係好大嘅身體嘅問題，你唔行得，仲有好多medical 醫療嘅後遺症。同埋 nerve damage 咧，即係神經系統損壞，所以上個禮拜我哋講咗就去 constipation 咧，即係便秘啦、腸胃唔得啦，仲有你個性嘅生活亦都會影響，同埋如果你個下邊嗰個即係血液唔循環得好咧，啲腳咧就唔會係好嘅，損傷就咁有陣時咧，我啱啱有個堂友就話俾佢聽，佢爸爸咧。就因為咁嘅情況，佢割咗個腳，哇！真係好陰功啊！咁所以呢個係好多呢個問題嘅。Okay, so we're going to go into lecture now and talk about what is 7 things you have to watch to affect your pre-diabetic or diabetic body weight。嗱，今日咧我就依家開始講我哋嘅重點啦，係7樣東西你要睇睇咧，點能夠會影響你個磅重嘅咧？如果你係前期或者後期患者又或者依家係已經糖尿病患者，你要真係注重嘅嗱，第一好重要咧，其實咧，如果你係已經係前期患病者或者糖尿患者咧，你真係要好注重係點降低血糖，同埋好重要嘅點去控制你個糖同埋你個身體嘅重磅。因為咧，如果你係控制到重磅嘅話，即係你個磅數咧，你嘅糖一定會降低嘅，或者你降低個磅數一定會降低你血糖。OK， 嗱，好大問題咧，好多人就冇諗到呢樣嘢，只係降低血糖，但係冇降低磅數，咁就亦都唔係成功嘅。OK，so very important, a pre-diabetic or diabetic client really need to figure a way how to lower your blood sugar and maintain it in a very good level. In a very good level, meaning is anything below 6.5, below 6.5, or 120, 6.5 for Hong Kong and the rest of the United States would be 120. Below that, so it is very important to manage that. And with body weight going down, you know what? Your blood sugar is going down. Now, if you are obese, you actually increase more diabetic-related complications. Now, you can see TV. Many of the people who die of COVID, who have diabetic, they all look very obese. So really, at the end of the day, obesity and overweight can be really increased. Not only increase your risk to go into diabetes if you're pre-diabetic, if you have diabetes, you really increase many complications. Okay? 嗱，記住肥胖，如果你係過咗 BMI 30以上就已經肥啦。過重咧 overweight 啦，即係就係40以上嘅 BMI 啦。呢個咧你係提高咗你好多嘅所謂糖尿病風險。嗱，你記住睇電視咧，好多人咧係嗰啲即係死咗，最近會即係喺冠狀病毒死嗰啲人咧，全部如果佢話我有糖尿病嗰啲人咧，個個都好肥嘅。咁其實呢個係因為呢個就係呢個一個好例子咧，你要注重下嘅。So the next question you might ask is, well, how I'm going to, help me to improve the future health? I'd rather have all kind of problems that come along if I'm obese or overweight. Now, very simple. Really, you have to continue to get healthy dieting, exercise. Then you will reduce the chances of future health problems. 嗱，其實好簡單嘅，你最重要咧就係，喂，我真係要食好嘅食物啦，要 exercise 啦，咁我就能夠 at least 呢樣嘢咧，我就磅重低啦，咁我就會咧係降低咗我 weight 咧，咁我就個 chance of future 嘅身體健康機會咧就會提高，但係個問題會減低。In the research, if type 2 diabetic is actually, that's really very interesting. You got to remember this now. If you lose only 10% of the body weight in the first year, and this is a good message for any people who are just started to be diabetes or going to a pre-diabetic and going to diabetes. If you have only lose 10% of the weight, you actually, a lot of these people had a remission of, instead of going to a diabetic, they remission back to pre-diabetic. And they changed the A1C from maybe 7 or 8, they dropped down to 6.5. Imagine that. So you were actually say, hey, I'm already a diabetic, but if I really lost 10% body weight, and the research, it will actually, you will become, your A1C becomes below 6.5, and you can have your remission, not become a diabetic. You become a pre-diabetic. Now, certainly in medical terms, you're a diabetes, you always rated diabetes, but at least you are on the pre-diabetic stage, which is excellent. And compare people who did not lose weight, they didn't work. They will continue to be diabetes and continue to go up. Okay， 嗱，呢個好重要嘅 message 嘅。點解咧？原來咧，如果你糖尿病患者，我係減咗10%我個身體嘅重磅，第一年 ，you know what， 我就會能夠有機會咧。由糖尿病轉咗佢係前期患病者，即係 A1C 係由可能你係7點幾啦，跌翻去 A1C less than 6.5嘅。嗱，呢個咧係一個十分好嘅 message， 呢個係早期嘅糖尿病患病者啊。咁如果前期患病者咧，你可能就嚟到6咧，6.5啦，好似我頭先講俾個例子俾你6.4啦，你可能去揾6喎，或者低過喎。嗱，其實呢個咧係會幫助你咧有個指標咧。就你淨係 lost weight alone 嗱，當然你 lost weight 一定要有計劃去 lost weight， 如果唔係咧唔會 lose weight 㗎。To be honest 啊，咁你就已經係可能夠做咗一件事係糖尿病，依家唔係糖尿病啊。嗱，當然咧喺醫生嗰度咧，如果你已經患咗糖尿病咧，佢以後都叫你糖尿病㗎啦。但係 at least 你個形狀上啊，你身體上你係6.5，即係前期患者。咁今日咧，我哋 webinar 全部係講呢樣嘢，係幫助你點能夠控制。就呢個係 important message 嘅。因為睇到我自己都係有呢個情況出咗現咧，係十分開心嘅。嗱，仲有一樣嘢，當你係減咗5% body weight， 唔好講10% 啦，咁有冇好處啊？5% 啫喎 ，5%。So you just need to lose 5% of body weight. What benefit will come in? 嗱 ，first of all, understand if you lose 5%, which is including you losing some fat, because body fat is an issue that will cause your insulin resistance. So improve insulin resistance, you just lose some body fat, the insulin resistance will be better. On top of that, you will have to lose some weight to improve your blood sugar. Now, your weight, 5% weight, your blood sugar naturally will actually improve. At the same time, your lipid will come down. Remember when we talk about lipid? If you have high lipid, it will damage the B cells of the insulin. The B cell is the cells that take you the insulin into these the insulin take the sugar into the cell. So more B cell damage, you have higher insulin resistance. Net result, your sugar are continue to be going up. Now when you continue going up, again your B cells continue damage. So it's a catch-22 situation. So with that, you increase your blood sugar level. You increase your decrease your lipid, LDL. Net result, your B cell will more functionable, more sugar in the cells. So net result, you are become a better person. Plus, with less cholesterol in there, your blood pressure will be increased because it doesn't clog out your vessels. 嗱，記住，當你係有降低磅數咧。你係會 improve 咗你個血糖啦，仲有一個好重要咧係降低咗你嘅膽固醇啊。當你降低減出嚟，因為頭先話講咗 body fat 啊嘛，咁膽固醇會降低啦。如果降低膽固醇咧，就唔會 damage 你 B cell 係帶啲糖入個血細胞裏邊嘅。如果係降低咗呢樣嘢之後咧，咁你個血糖低咗，你個嗰個 cholesterol 又低咗，咁嗰啲cholesterol 唔會塞住晒血管咧，你 blood pressure 都低埋，哇！你個即係血壓都低埋，咁啊係好正仔係咪？ Now, with that, you lower your blood pressure, lower sugar, you actually decrease the entire health risk of like heart disease, stroke, and all diabetic complication. With that, you have to achieve that. You definitely have to change your lifestyle, meaning you're going to start eating less calorie, less carb intake, and you have to exercise. Now, all that will be improve your blood sugar and body weight. 嗱，如果你係降低咗你嘅血糖，你之後咧，你個第一，你個心臟病嘅發作係低咗啦，你降低咗blood pressure，你個 stroke 又低咗啦，你個所有嘅糖尿病嘅併發症又低咗啦。咁如果你做呢樣嘢咧，你一定係要 change， 你轉咗你個生活習慣，食低嘅卡路里，要 take 嘅低嘅 carb， 同埋你要 exercise， 咁先能夠做到呢個東西嘅。所以整體咧，你個 body 一定 good， 因為你會係你身體一定 good 嘅，因為你係做咗幫助你血糖降低，同埋你個 weight 又降低，所以呢個係一個10分到5% 啫。即係如果100磅唔係 ，sorry， 如果200磅，我講10磅嘅啫。So it's very good, okay? So easy to do. So the step to lose your weight and maintain it is really actually is a very difficult task. I got to share that with you because I myself, 3-4 years ago, I was 225 pounds, okay, 225. And that's where my A1C was 6.9, okay? And the doctor said, hey, you do it one more time with the A1C with that, you are diabetic. I'm a pre-diabetic coming up, okay? So with that, I was trying so hard to lower the weight from 225 to 200. And that goal took 2 years, 2 years, okay? In other words, every month I take 1 pound off. But as you know, what happened is your 1 pound off will go, you get 2 pounds, 3 pounds off. Next month, you come back, gain back 1 pound, 2 pounds. It keep going back and forth. It's very frustrating. So that's why I said it's a difficult task. You really have to have a goal. You have to commit it. You have to meet it. If you have no goal, you're not going to do it. Okay? You cannot do it. 所以其實咧，減磅咧係要令到你自己咧真係要有一個好難嘅東西嚟嘅，唔係容易嘅。因為我本身咧喺3-4年前嘅時候，我係225磅嘅。當係225磅咧 ，A1C 我上咗去咧係6.9，醫生話你應該如果度多一次，你係糖尿病啦。OK， 再過7咧，我俾藥你食，哇，要打針。咁呢啲嚟講，哇，好驚喎，因為其實我嗰陣時發覺自己係中招喎，唔掂喎，係咪？咁但係由225磅去到200磅咧，係 take 咗2年時間，要好多功夫做，我先能夠 achieve 到。個磅數咧上上落落，有陣時低咗2磅，有陣時高翻2磅，有陣時高翻3磅，哇 very frustrated 。sorry， 咁你一定要有咧一個好 commitment 咧，先能夠 achieve 到呢啲即係達到你嘅重磅嘅目標嘅 ，OK？ So really lower weight can be extremely intimidating in a sense. You have to have a goal, you have to do it. But more important is how to keep it off, meaning that if I reach 200 already, how can I not continue to go back up? And that is a very difficult task for me, I think for a lot of people. And you really need to keep working on it daily. You have to actually track daily on the food you take, breakfast, lunch, dinner, all the dieting goal are met, and you have to have weekly exercise. Make sure you walk 10,000 steps, or at least every other day walk 10,000 steps. Because imagine you walk only 30 minutes, you only burn 186 calories. You run is only burn 300 calories. So it is a not easy task. Plus you have to wait daily and keep track. You are not going down up, you're only going down your weight. And you have to really commit this lifestyle change, meaning you have to eat your proper dieting, cut down your carbs, you have to exercise, you have to have good sleep, and all the good stuff in order to have lasting result. So 其實咧，我哋 要做降低嘅磅數咧，我其實由225咧係真係要 work on 嘅，同埋咧好難咧覺得哇係咪真係得㗎？落咗去之後又上翻嚟，好難覺得好似保持個重磅係好難嘅事嚟嘅，呢個係真係嘅東西嚟嘅。咁其實咧每日要中工作，又要知道點做，又要食早餐又要計下，晏晝要計下，dinner要計下。咁其實呢全部係計劃性喎，即係我朝頭早我只係食麥皮嘅啫，晏晝我只係食一啲三文治、半解三文治或者係一啲小食啊。咁然後晚餐我食正餐，但係我食全部係一半係菜，嗰啲係全部係計劃性嘅。咁仲要行喎，因為你每日咧要行噶嘛。如果唔行咧，磅數好難降低嘅，真係啊，因為冇 exercise cannot come down。You have to walk。咁我每日行1萬步，哇，1萬好難喎。咁其實我就行咗，唔係每日一日嘅，變咗係每隔日1萬步嘅。咁變咗嚟講咧，你記得行1萬步咧，你只係 burn 130分鐘，只係大概1萬步1個鐘頭啦。咁大概有200至300個卡路里嘅 burn off 啦。其實你半個鐘頭咧，只係 burn 到186個卡路里嘅啫。咁所以其實咧又要繼續磅你自己，要 keep track 啦 ，write it down 啦，同埋咧你個 lifestyle 真係要改變。如果唔改變咧，即係你又冇 diet，又冇 exercise，又冇 weight control，又唔落下血糖咧，你其實咧係唔會知道你自己係成唔成功嘅。如果你做晒啲嘢咧，I'm pretty sure 你一定會有一個好成功同埋一個長久嘅成果。So another thing, number 2, that is really going to help you on your weight control. You have to good sleep. 7 to 9 hour quality sleep is very important. Make sure you have 7. If you say, I don't have, I'm a very busy person. I only sleep 5 hours. That is not going to be good for you, because when you don't have sleep, your insulin resistance will go up and all kind of things will come along. And you will be stressed, and your body will increase your blood sugar. On top of that, your body have not enough sleep will give you a ghrelin hormone, which is an appetite stimulator. Will ask you to eat more instead of leptin, which is a appetite suppressant. And so that result, you will continue to eat more snack. You're gonna eat more calorie. You're gonna have more sweet. You're looking for food to eat, and you have a salty snack diet. A lot of times people eat chips. And then you can increase weight and blood pressure, blood sugar. All that is not good for your health. 嗱，其實咧每個人咧真係要有7至9個鐘頭瞓覺嘅。好多人就話好忙喎，瞓唔到咁耐喎，瞓5個鐘頭少過啦，得唔得啊？嗱，少過咧你就增加你個，如果唔夠瞓咧，你個 insulin resistance 會 go up 嘅。個原因咧就係你個 body 咧，如果唔夠瞓咧，佢 increase 嗰個叫 ghrelin 嘅荷爾蒙 ，instead of leptin 嗰個第二種嘅荷爾蒙咧，嗱 ghrelin 咧係只係要你係食多啲嘢，因為佢準備你打仗，咁佢咧就要你食多啲嘢，咁 instead 咧就係唔叫你唔好食嘢，咁如果你唔係食嘢嘅話咧，你因為你要食嘢，因為你個身體有個 ghrelin 嘅荷爾蒙叫你話食多嘢喎 ，look for 嘢食喎。咁你個時候咧，仲有咧 body 唔夠瞓咧，你係會好 stressful 嘅。你個 body 成日話係啊，好 stressful 而家，我唔夠瞓啦。咁同埋仲有一樣嘢咧，你會係 eat more 嘅，因為你係 look for 嘢食啊。咁你有多咗卡路里啦，多咗糖啦，仲有好多 snack 啦，同埋咧仲有 increase 咗你個 weight 啦。因為你多糖或者多鹽嘅東西，咁你 increase 咗 blood pressure 啦。咁呢樣嘢咧都唔正仔嘅對你身體。咁所以你變咗咧，瞓覺係好重要，幫助你係一個唔會咁 stressful， 降低你糖，亦都幫你降低個磅數，因為你唔會食咁多嘢嘛。So many diabetes or pre-diabetic person, once the doctor tell them that, hey, you know what, you are getting to diabetic or you are diabetes, you have to control your diet. And all these people right away, they will be very concerned and they want to do something to lower their weight and lower the blood sugar. And with that, they were afraid to eat because they said, wow, when I eat, my blood sugar going up, so I better not to eat. So many times they just do not eat. So, or they eat a little bit and they will cut out all the, starch and stuff like that. But they also forgot to increase the vegetable, the fiber food. So net result, a lot of these diabetic patients, besides they get constipation, they don't have enough fibers in the diet. So they will have that problem. Now, especially people who said, well, I'm going to skip my meals so I can lower blood sugar and at the same time lower my weight. Now, that is actually not a good strategy, because what happened is, as time goes on, you get hungry, and you get hungry, you're going to eat more. And net result, your blood sugar will go up, your weight is going to go up. 嗱，好多前期慢病者嘅糖友啦，同埋或者係嗰啲已經嘅糖友啦，醫生話：喂，你就係依家已經係糖友嚟㗎喎，咁你真係要控制你血糖喎，唔好食咁多嘢喎。咁其實咧，你好多人咧，因為咁嘅情況下咧，佢就真係唔食嘢。佢唔食嘢係咩咧？佢話嗱，不如咁啦，因為我唔想去increase 血糖啦，當然飯佢唔食啦，或者佢真係連菜都唔食。咁邊咧佢唔食嘢，仲有最大咧就話，我不如唔好食餐，即係我唔食早餐，又唔食晏晝餐，或者食好少早餐，唔食晏晝餐，去晚飯食翻啦。但好多時咧，因為佢抵唔到肚餓啊，咁晏晝嗰時咧，去4點零鐘佢係食多啲嘢嘅，去揾啲咩食咧？揾餅乾啊嗰啲嘢食，咁就好弊啦，因為佢係食多咗，咁佢咧就食嗰啲零食多咗咧，咁佢個血糖高啦，同埋佢磅數一定高嘅。So when you do not eat, you are not satisfied. Your body right away they say, I'm hungry. You bother you because you are not really satisfy your body. And you were looking for snack. And I happened to me when I did this, but lucky I did not skip meal. Skipping meal is more chances because you're hungry. You go for looking for snack. And you're looking for snack, you're going to eat more. On top of that, you're looking for all the different things like cookies, and instead of eating healthy snack many times. And also when you are skipping your meal, you're eating something, 4 o'clock you start eating almost a dinner. And so your eating habit is totally irregular. So net result of that, you will start eating all kind of stuff without counting. Like for example, instead of eating a celery sticks, you eat cookies to satisfy your immediate hungry need. So net result, you will end up gaining weight. So try not, really do not skip meal. If you feel that I don't want to eat that much, eat small quantity meal, but not skipping meal. In other words, I would eat snack like a celery stick instead of cookies. I eat quite a few celery stick to fill me up, which is good because you have fibers and calorie is low and carb is low. And you might say, wow, I need something to deep on, put some lemon on it. It tastes good, okay? So little things like that will make changes for you. So 嗱，記住咧，因為咧，如果你係唔食嘢，諗住可以唔食嘢減肥咧，係唔係一個好嘅策略嘅？因為呢個策略咧，如果你唔食嘢減肥咧，最後咧你係一段時間你會肚餓，你好唔舒服，你就會食嘢。你就會食嘢嘅時候咧，你又會揀好多不同嘅嘢食，好似 cookies 啊、餅乾啊，嗰啲全部係高卡路里嘅，因為嗰陣時肚餓咧就乜嘢都揀㗎啦。有好多人咧，嗱我話咧，有好多人就做咗食咩咧？有啲叫咩叫 nutritional pack 啊。咁裏邊咧，原來 nutritional pack 咧有 chocolate 啦，又有餅乾啦，唔係 sorry，有 nuts 啦，又有不同嘅花生啦，有raisin 啦，哇！食埋嗰啲嘢咧係好高卡路里喎，亦都好高嘅碳水化合物。咁兩樣加埋晒咧，其實就好過你不如食一餐正餐或者食個正嘅小餐。咁你咧好過咧食咗咁樣就令到你嘅磅數高 up 啦。So it's really important not to skip your meal because at the end of the day, people are looking for snacks like trail mix, which inside have nuts, have peanuts, have raisin, has chocolates, candy. All that add together actually add up to be more calorie and snack. So maybe better off for you not to do that. Eat a smaller, healthy meal, a frequent healthy meal. That would be much better satisfaction to help you instead of skipping a meal. Now, another thing is do not overeat because a lot of people, because they also skip meal, at the end of the day, they turn up is also eat in the real main meal. So we really need to think about how not to overeat. And I suggest a plate planning. And that's how we're going to do that. We'll talk a little bit afterwards. 嗱，記住咧，好多人咧就係因為佢唔食飯，因為我想減肥啊，我唔食嘢啊，我食一個餐都唔食啦，晏晝唔食啦，或者我淨係食咗少少嘅早餐，最後其實可能食多咗嘅。咁其實咧，最後喺個正餐嘅咧，佢就強食，因為要補翻上面冇食到嘢啊嘛。咁其實咧，你就 end up 食多咗，你個卡你嗰日 intake 可能大咗。咁其實咧，我有提議咧，就有一個叫做你用一隻碟點樣去計劃你食嘅東西。So we need to have plate planning. Well, how do you do plate planning? Now it's very simple actually. If you are pre-diabetic or diabetic, you all need to have low carb healthy diet. So you need to have a portion control on your plate. And you basically, it's very simple. You just make half a plate is vegetable, a quarter plate is protein and or meat and eggs, lean meat like chicken, even a little bit beef or pork, but all lean. Plus, you want to have the other quarter, including your carbs, could be even your dessert, including that. So you now have a plate of half of them is vegetable, quarter is actually lean meat and protein, and quarter is actually your starch and even your dessert. So now you know you always have a balanced diet and you will not be overeating. And you have a lot of vegetable to help you to meet your fiber requirement and low carbs requirement. 嗱，好簡單，如果你唔食嘢咧，其實係好大問題嘅，因為你最後嗰餐就食多咗。咁其實最好咧就係有個碟嘅計劃，一半就係你嘅全部蔬菜啦，4分1就係你個 protein 啦，然後4分1就係你啲4分1嘅 protein 就咩？有牛肉啊、瘦嘅豬肉啊、瘦嘅牛肉啊，同埋瘦嘅雞啦，就唔好係雞皮啦。同埋咧4分1就係你嘅澱粉質嘅東西啦，同埋咧你所有嘅不同嘅dessert 甜品都 OK 嘅。咁當你有呢個即係碟嘅計劃裏邊咧，咁其實咧就幫助你係降低咗你血糖啦，亦都降低卡路里啦，亦都降低咗 carbs 啦，最後 you lose weight。嗱，同埋啦食嘢啦。You have to go for, so now you need to start planning what kind of protein do I eat. You really need to have lean protein and also less oil to cook your food. And net result, you will have better weight loss, okay? So avoid things like fatty sausage, fatty ground beef, especially marble steak, which all that will increase your cholesterol and potential increase your weight. 嗱，其實好重要咧，咩叫做瘦嘅蛋白質咧？咁其實豬肉、牛肉或者係雞肉，你都可以揀啲唔好咁肥嘅譬如個雞皮唔愛，但係煮嘅時候咧就要用少啲油去做，咁就降低咗你嘅 potential 嘅膽固醇啦。同埋啲肥啦，因為咧，譬如好多人好中意食 sausage 嘅，即係腸啊。咁腸其實裏邊好多肥嘅喎。咁有啲 ground beef 咧，即係 hamburger beef 咧，亦都好多肥嘅。咁如果食 steak 咧，就唔好食咁多肥嘅東西。咁呢啲 cholesterol 咧就會降低咧，係幫助咗你最緊係唔好降低 increase 你 cholesterol 啦，亦都降低磅數嘅。So you really need to cook with less oil. So what is less oil? Meaning you don't fry your food and also you don't saute the food with butter, because when you have too much oil cooking, it will increase your fat, increase the cholesterol. That is not healthy for you. So you need to use healthy like olive oil, peanut butter oil, sunflower oil. Instead of tablespoon, use teaspoon to cook. And it will help you help you to decrease your weight and your waistline, instead of going to fry your food like fry your chicken or whatever, so you don't fry, but you bake, broil, grill, steam, or stir fry, also with little oil. So that will be really helpful to keep your cooking very, very healthy. 嗱，因為咧我哋好多時咧煮嘢食嘅時候咧就好多油嘅，咁其實油咧就最緊要咧唔好用啲即係牛油去煮啦，因為牛油就好肥噶嘛。咁變咗嚟講咧，你就算炒嘢都用牛油咧就好弊家伙啦，即係好多油。咁其實咧最好用咩咧？由呢個 olive oil 啦，即係用個橄欖油啦，或者用 peanut butter oil 啦，即係花生油啦，或者 sunflower oil 啦。咁 instead of 一個大匙羹嘅，用個小 teaspoon 即係細匙羹去用咧，咁就 OK 喎。因為太多油嘅時候咧，係令到你咧加重嘅，同埋加你個磅數，同埋你令到你係會嗰個肥會降上去啦，同埋你 cholesterol 上去啦。咁仲有啦，最好就唔好炸啦。當你樣炸嘅時候咧，會令到你咧係增加你個磅數，同埋炸咧係油炸噶嘛。咁你增加你嗰啲cholesterol 啦。咁最好咧就去焗啦，或者係煎啦，去 steam 啦，即係蒸啦，或者 stir fry 炒啦。好過你做呢個咧就去炸，因為炸咧係最唔係健康嘅東西。咁記住咧，要用呢樣嘢咧係幫助你每樣都係做少少咧，係幫助你減到肥嘅，減到重磅嘅。嗱，我知每個人咧都要食啲 snack 嘅，即係零食係一個好多人都要試嘅，因為咧有時晚黑食完飯我又想食啲零食喎，要睇電視喎，咁食咩零食好啊？嗱。當然呢個係好多人嘅習慣啦，而我自己都係啦，我都有時咪炒啲零食嘅，有少少即係想搞啲嘢好得意嘅，呢個腦係要食啲嘢嘅，咁係點咧？但係最緊要就唔好過量，同埋揀個啱嘅零食。OK，I know everybody will have a need of snacks. Like me myself, same thing every night. You're watching TV or you're reading some book after dinner. Your relaxing time. You really in your mouth, you say, hey, I want to eat something, man, because now I don't have dessert, but I really want to eat something. So the important thing is, yes, it's good to have snack, but don't get a cup of nuts, even though nuts is good, but a cup of nuts is very fattening, and you increase your weight. So do not just take a cup of snack, because at the end of the day that will screw up all your weight, and it happened to me before, and I advise not to do it. So whatever you do, not excess, but you gotta figure a way to get really good snack, and I'll give you some suggestion in a little while. 嗱，記住，如果你食 snack 即係零食咧，千祈唔好食嗰啲好多零食，食過量嘅，譬如好似食 nuts 食任何花生cashew nuts 唔好食一杯嘅東西，你食3、4粒、5、6粒 OK， 但係食多咗咧，你會增磅嘅。Happen to me 我試過㗎啦，呢個咁所以咧唔好食呢樣嘢。So excess snack definitely increase the calories and weight. And a lot of people say maybe I drink some juice. Now don't forget, every juice you drink, just 6 ounces, is 100 calories. So more juice you get is a lot of calorie and a lot of sugar. So remember, that is not good for you. And if you eat like for example cookies, I eat several cookies, and you don't count it, your weight will go up, your sugar go up. So snack you have to plan. So what you have to eat is have to plan the night, or I need to prepare some of these things, prepare for me to what kind of snack will be good. 所以記住咧。如果你係要食零食咧，你真係咧唔可以食啲零食咧，係增加你好多卡路里啦，同埋亦當你係譬如我又有啲 juice 果汁記住果汁咧，每一杯果汁6ounce嘅咧已經100個卡路里㗎啦，同埋裏邊好多 carbs 嘅。咁同埋咧有好多人咧就擺啲 cookies 咧咁食幾嚿啦，唔 count 嘅，你唔 count 嘅時候你唔知食幾多，咁所以變咗嚟講咧，你磅數一定會高 up， 因為食咗之後糖高 up。磅數高 up， 兩樣都高 up， 就 screw up 晒你成個要減糖嘅東西。尤其是 nuts 咧係會好肥嘅。如果你食一杯，唔係食一杯，我 guarantee 你要 increase the weight，OK？所以千祈唔好。咁如果係咁嘅話，點去計劃啊？嗱 ，if you are really have to eat snack at night time, how do I plan? Important thing is do not drink juice. Drink healthy drinks like Lowsutea. You could drink Lowsutea with some lemon in it, and there's no calorie. And actually, you can chill it and make it cold, and so easy to drink. If you have snack, it will be important to eat celery stick, cucumber stick, and all these little stick put in a cup or a plastic cup. I mean plastic container. And when you're hungry, you chew on that, and will better than eating that than eating some nuts. Nuts is 1 to 3 or 4 is good, but if you eat a half a cup or 1 cup, wow, it will increase your weight. Okay, guaranteed. So 如果你係要食呢個零食咧，好重要咧就唔好食餅乾，食5、6粒 nuts 即係花生 OK， 但係最好咧就叫你自己去買啲西芹啊、黃瓜、cucumber 啊，cut 一片片啊，咁然後咧擺喺雪櫃度，肚餓嘅時候拎出嚟就食呢個。如果你話唔夠味喎，加啲檸檬落去，好好味嘅。佢最好啦，飲個血糖茶啦，就諗你有2個 litre 血糖茶咁嘛，夜晚都有飲多500 ml 噶嘛，即係大概10安士啦。咁你係可以飲呢啲咧，幫助你咧係 fill up 啊。所以其實咧飲呢個血糖茶，再加你嘅 snack 係好重要嘅，幫即係 healthy snack 即加咗啲 fibre celery 咧，咁你個肚咧就會覺得哇，我就嚟飽咯，唔使食咁多嘢咯。OK， now then at the end of the day, besides you have healthy snack, I control my diet, I don't overeat, I am also eat if I need to eat just a small regular meal, and my meal time is always 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, so I don't have all the irregular time. Now, the more important thing, the last one is your exercise, because without exercise, I can tell you, you are not going to be able to lose your weight. And your exercise has to also including the kind of carbs and calories in that whole budget schema. Now, the worst thing you think is, well, I'm exercise. Today I can eat more carbs and calories. Well, maybe true, but keep that in mind. You only walk 1 hour. You can only burn 200 to 300 calories, which is like what? 1 can of Coke is 360 calories. So you work all these hard work, you only burn little bit calories. So really exercise don't give you the really the open gate to eat as much carbs and dessert for you. Okay, so think about that. You have to be really planned. So imagine when you have exercise, calories, carb has been in that budget. Okay, 嗱，記住，當你好多人就話，喂，我係已經做咗健康運動喎，咁我係食多嘢 OK 㗎，係嘛？更加可以食多啲甜品啦。嗱，其實呢個就錯觀念嚟嘅，因為你食多咗甜品咧，可能你係譬如好似我係食咗個餅，或者係飲個曲，嗰啲係360個卡路里，你行1個鐘頭先 burn 咗210至360卡路里，你個 carbs 其實已經高咗上去嘅喎。咁其實如果你行咗1個鐘頭，譬如真係行唔係快嗰種嘅，行200，咁你仲加160個卡路里，咁你肥咗，咁咪好弊，咁啊唔正仔係咪？所以其實咧唔好諗住我係做 exercise， 我就一定係可以能夠食多啲 carb， 食多 dessert 甜品咁嘅東西嘅。咁其實咧喺個 low carb diet 裏邊咧，你仲要加水分啊！如果你唔飲2至3個 litre 嘅水咧，其實咧你變咗啲水同埋加埋你嘅纖維嘅東西咧，你係唔夠碳水化，即係唔會幫助到你降低你個 carbs 同埋重磅嘅。有個原因，因為飲多水嘅時候咧，第一個幫助係咩嘢啊？幫佢 fill up 咗個 stomach 啊，幫助你個肚嗰度。哇！我講得，喂，我都好飽噶咯喎，其實嗰啲係水嚟嘅。或者嗰啲係茶嚟嘅，或者你飲血糖茶，你飲每日2公升嘅血糖茶，哇！ 咁其實咧有好處咧，點解食咗前飲咗之後咧？因為你而家擺咗啲去糖茶喺度嘅時候咧，要 fill up 咗你個去糖茶，fill up 咗你個肚啊，咁你肚會覺得應該飽飽地喎，咁你食嘅嘢係少咗嘅呢個。咁呢個咧係對你好嘅，同埋當然啦，你繼續要食你，譬如如果你有糖尿病嘅，咁你都係食去糖尿病嘅藥啦。但係如果你冇糖尿病前期患病者咧，你個方法咧係當你食少啲嘢嘅喎，因為你飲咗水或者飲咗去糖茶嘅時候咧。第一幫助血糖降低，另外一樣嘢咧幫助咩啊 ？fill up 你個 stomach， 咁你就唔會咧，其實諗住要食多啲嘅，食少咗，咁你變咗食少咗，你可能夠降低你個磅數啦。So really at the end of the day, low carb balanced diet plus fluid intake, which is you have to get between 64 to 90 ounce of water a day is very important. Because you don't drink enough water, even you eat a low carb diet, plus you don't have the water, it doesn't have increased fluid to actually thin up your blood and thin up your blood sugar to take the sugar out from your body through the kidney out. So you need that dilution. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Your fluid is heavily dilution. On top of that, if you drink Lowsutea is extremely good because excuse me, you need 2 liters or total of 64 ounces of Lowsutea. If each day you can drink at least 64 ounces of fluid, or excuse me, a total of 90 ounces of fluid or so, it can really help you to hydrate you. Dilute your blood sugar. Net result, you are actually better off with this regime and actually help you to decrease your blood sugar. So important, your fluid will mix up your fiber food. It make bulk. You will less chance to get constipated. On top of that, you actually help you to increase the fluid. Dilution on your bloodstream, lower your blood sugar through the kidney. That's a whole system will be working extremely good. So keep that in mind. 嗱，亦都要咧記住啦。如果你諗住喂我行多啲，係咪可以能夠食多啲 dessert 啊？係，如果你係食好少 dessert 嘅話，係有可以做到嘅。即係你行咗210。又行咗1個鐘頭啦，咁你 burn out 咗210嘅 calorie 啦，咁你食個low carb dessert 咧，如果最好就只係得15咧，就其實可以 burn out 到嘅。咁啊 good 啦呢個，但係如果你話食好多嘅，成件餅90個 calorie 嘅，個餅多數大概90至200 calorie 啦，咁你就已經即係所有1個鐘頭嘅東西走晒。有啲最弊咧就食咗你係1個鐘頭行，但係你食嗰啲嘢大概300個 calorie 啊，咁你仲更加90啦，呢個唔正仔 ，OK？ 咁所以咧，其實咧，當你係幫助你係 lower 你嘅 blood sugar 之後咧，你亦都係因為 exercise 幫助 lower blood sugar 咧，亦都幫助 lower 咗降低你個blood pressure 啦，你個血壓啦，亦都幫助你骨骼係長降啲啦。亦都幫助你降低你嘅 stress 啦，因為行咧係會降低你嘅壓力嘅，亦都你 increase 咗 better mood 嘅，因為你有好多嘅荷蒙咧 stimulate 咗你個 mood 係好啲嘅。咁所以行咧，或者就算你話喂我唔係好行得幾多啊，唔緊要，你就算做下 yard work 啊、掃下地啊、游下水啊，就算行 up and down stair 啊，或者去下 shopping mall 慢慢行啊，只要你繼續喐，咁你就神身都好晒嘅。So important. What kind of exercise to help you lower blood sugar, which could be walking, could be yacht sweeping, could be riding a bike, or you say, I have difficult walking a lot, like my friends say, oh, difficult to do even 5,000 steps, but she started, and as time goes, she actually moved to 10,000 steps. So she continued to walk, and she walked at a shopping mall at nighttime, and that was really good. Now, a lot of people also go to swimming. They do housework, continue to move because men are made to move. So if you can do that, you will be better off. It's like an exercise, you're moving, you lower your blood sugar, lower blood pressure, you increase the health bone, muscles, joint, and you actually manage your better stress and mood. So all that is good for better health. So in summary, how are you going to lower your weight is so important. You have to commit to have a goal, and you have to keep monitoring and meeting those goals. 嗱，一個總結之後咧，第一，降低你嘅磅數咧，係需要你個磅係繼續咧係要知道我要減5磅嘅或者10磅嘅，咁你就要每個月減1磅。咁減磅你要繼續 track 呢個磅數做到嘅喎，因為個磅會高咪 down 嘅喎。咁你咧就要搣呢啲磅數咧係點能夠搣到呢個高，同埋你 set up 呢個高咧真係盡量係達到呢個高，咁你成功嘅。Okay? So the next one is you really have to have good quality sleep, which is 7 to 9 hours. If you don't have no quality sleep, you are going to have a lot of stress issue, and it's not going to be good. And then do not skip meal, because when you skip a meal, you tend to eat more in the next meal, and that result you actually add on weight. So you make sure you eat small, frequent meal, but instead of eating a big meal, at the end you get overeat. And do not overdrink, do not overeat, which means that if you skip a meal, you know what, at the end of the day, you will overeat. And so I would suggest you make sure to do plate panning, half is vegetable, 1/4 lean meat, and 1/4 is your starch and your carbs items, okay? 嗱 ，so really 最後啦。真係咧，我哋要有7至9個鐘頭嘅瞓覺啦。如果唔係咧，你唔夠乾咧，有 stress 啦，個血糖高 up 啦。咁你其實如果唔係咧，亦都會食多啲嘢，因為你唔夠瞓咧，你會好 stressful 啦。咁你繼續食嘢啦，咁又增加磅數啦。咁同埋咧，就千祈唔好話我唔食嘢啦，或者我咪用呢個唔食嘢嘅方法減低血糖同埋減低磅數，唔得嘅。你係會多數咧係會 end up 咧係食多咗嘅。咁最好就食即係。分開啲小食，咁你就能夠fulfill 你自己。嗱，千祈咧就唔好過食，因為你唔食嘢嘅時候咧，最後嗰餐一定過食。咁啊最好有個叫做 plate planning 啦，一半係 vegetable 啦，3分一係肉啦，1/3唔係4分1肉啦，4分1係你嘅carbs你碳水化合物同埋你嘅starch 嗰啲咁東西，或者甜品擺喺呢1/4裏邊嘅。Okay, so the important thing is when you're cooking, you need to have lean protein and less oil cooking your food. So that is important because lean protein and less oil cooking, like use olive oil and peanut oil, all those less oil cooking are less chance to increase your cholesterol.And that result, you also decrease your weight. 咁最後仲有咧，當你煮嘢嘅時候，千祈唔好咁多油啦，最好就用多啲即係橄欖油花生油呢咁就係少油，然之後1個大匙羹就用個小 teaspoon 即係小匙羹去俾啲油落去。So healthy snack will be also very important to have control. Do not overeat with snack. In other words, cookies, things like that, cut it off. Use something like celery and so forth. And you need the water. You need the liquid, like drinking Lowsutea, which you have to drink at least, supposedly, total of at least 64 to 70 ounces of Lowsutea. So that will dilute your blood of the sugar and make sure that will from the kidney to excrete your sugar out, so you maintain your sugar coming down. So that will be extremely helpful to lower your blood sugar. And on top of that, with a liquid and with a fiber, you actually increase bowel, so your bowel movement, everything will be better, and it will be really important to increase your fluid. So importantly, 所以咧，其實咧好重要咧。 就你個snack 咧就要好控制，唔可以就咁飲咁食記住食幾多要記住同埋咧要飲啲去糖茶啦，因為你每日你應該飲總共2個 liter 去糖茶啊嘛，咁多啲水咧就幫助啲血咧係唔會咁溶啦，咁而啲血咧就帶啲糖咧由個腎嗰度離開你嘅身體，咁你嘅糖喺個血管度唔咁多嘅時候，你嘅血糖就降低啦。Last but not least, you have to exercise with activities. Keep yourself healthy. Make sure that you take your exercise, 10,000 steps every day or every other day. You have to increase fluid intake, which is your intake with at least 2 liters or to 3 liters, which is means 64 ounce to 90 ounce water, Lowsutea if you can. And you have to take diet, meaning your carbs, which is 150 carbs or lower, your calories. Usually people have 1,500 or 1,200 calories, depends on what you want. All that we have a plan with a budget. And net result, your weight will come down. OK 最後啦，真係咧，如果你冇 exercise 咧，老實講，你個 weight 唔 come down 嘅，你個磅數唔 come down， 一定要行，要做1萬步或者每日1萬步，要做呢樣嘢。咁仲有咧，你個水分要提高，即係每日要飲2個至3個 liter 嘅水啦。第三，你嘅 diet 要 low carb， 即係低碳水化合物啦，同埋低卡路里啦。咩叫低碳水化合物啦？一定係150以低嘅 carbs 啦，卡路里係要1500至1200啦。睇下你個身體狀況點啦。all 啲加埋晒都要有計劃性去做，同埋你一定要有個計劃同埋你個 goal， 你個目標係做乜？咁你先能夠令到你個磅數降低嘅。OK， 咁今日講完晒啦。咁我依家咧就俾你睇下，今日咧我哋係做一個叫花生醬嘅 cupcake， 哇，好鬼正嘅，呢個好食啊！ So today we're going to take you to go to the peanut butter lava cake recipe, and this is the recipe on the next step. So I stop here. You take a picture first, and so we know we'll move into how we cook that. It's very easy to cook. It's very delicious because you can see the lava, which is the peanut butter, will come out when you cook into it. And it's only 6 carbs, 6 gram carbs is wonderful. So this is something that will be really, really good. So we're going to try that now, and we'll go from there at this time. After this, okay, we'll take a picture. And we'll be moved to our video to see how to do that. And after that, we'll also have some time taking care of the question and answer. Okay, next step, we're going to have some really fun things. Okay, 各位球友，我哋今日咧已經講完晒啦，咁依家就做呢個花生醬嘅我叫火山蛋糕啦叫容易講啲係。咁其實咧就希望你哋影張相先，咁然後咧我就會先答問題 ，OK？ 答問題。咁嗱，我依家開始咧就會係開始影呢個做我嘅花生醬呢個video 噶啦 ，OK？ So we're gonna stay the video now.
Hi, I'm Andrew Lowsutea, President. Hey, today we have something very, very good for New Year's and after the holiday. A lot of people say, hey, I don't know I can eat any dessert or anything like that. Well, actually, I'm going to give you one very, very delicious dessert. It's called a peanut butter lava cupcakes. Wow, it's exciting. It's delicious. It's only 6 carbs. 好多人咧，我係 Angela 老師 President 佢話好多朋友就話咩？喂 Angela 我新年啦唔可以食咁多甜品。哇，真係，但係我就俾一啲甜品嘅 dessert 俾你咧，能夠令到你可以食只係6克嘅碳水化合物。呢個就叫咩啊 ？peanut butter 同埋咧呢個 muffin 裏面有 peanut butter 呢樣好似火山爆發一樣，哇又靚真係好食。嗱食咗之後咧，你一定會中意嘅。So today, the ingredients of the peanut butter chocolate lava muffin is so simple to make. Basically, all you need to do is 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter, 2 tablespoons heavy cream, 2 large eggs, as you can see, 2 large eggs, and also 2 tablespoons unsweetened cocoa powder, and then 2 tablespoons of the erythritol, which is you see here, and then 2 tablespoons of creamy peanut butter. So everything is tablespoon and 2 except the tablespoon of 4 tablespoons unsweetened cocoa powder. 嗱，好簡單，一樣都係2個 tablespoon 啫。第一個係 unsalted 嘅butter 啦，同埋呢個 heavy cream 啦，2隻大雞蛋，大嘅雞蛋啦，4個 tablespoon unsweetened cocoa powder 啦，然後咧就2個 tablespoon 嘅erythritol 啦，然後咧再有2個 tablespoon of peanut butter 係咁簡單。嗱，首先第一樣嘢 mix 呢個 erythritol 同埋 peanut 嗰個cocoa powder 一齊先 ，OK， 咁 mix 落去啊。咁 mix 到佢咧 ，make sure 咧唔好有 crumb， 就係睇到即係大家冇 crumb 嘅。So when you mix it, make sure you mix it well. It doesn't have crumbs. You can see you mix it really good and no crumb. Okay, make sure that all the crumbs are taken away. Okay. Now, then next step is very simple. We will basically, I'm going to mix the cream of my peanut butter together. Okay, so I'm going to do this after I mix this. I will come to here. I mix it together. So I mix this together. You can see that's how the butter and peanut butter together. Mix, mix, mix. As very good. 同個 butter 同埋嗰個 heavy cream mix together， 好簡單啊 ！mix 完之後咧，咁然後之後咧，再搞咧就加落雞蛋，就發咗雞蛋，然後咧就發平咗雞蛋之後咧，就再加埋嗰個peanut butter 唔係加埋個 butter 同埋嘅嗰個 heavy cream 一齊咁就得㗎啦。OK， so I will mix eggs together first. It's very simple. You just make sure that whisk is very simple. You see how easy to mix. And then I'm slowly now just adding the ingredient of the unsalted pepper and heavy cream. And make sure you put it all in there, and that's all you do. Okay. So all you do is mix it well. And then you see how well it mixes, and that's you do that. Now after you finish mixing， 將所有 mix 好晒之後咧，咁你就放喺呢度又 mix。Okay, we are continuing to whip, and you can notice I whipped it pretty nicely whipped, and now it's kind of smooth. You can see 嗱，其實我撈得幾勻循嘅，同埋撈得好啲，好 smooth 咁樣啊。咁然後咧掉落個 cooker 嗰度又 mix 喎。但係呢個 mix 咧要 make sure 佢 crumb 咧要唔好俾有 crumb， 一路大家整到好 smooth 嘅。So we're gonna bring this 2 tablespoons unsalted butter, 2 tablespoons heavy cream, 2 large eggs, and then we will put it all together in this. There's 4 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder, 2 tablespoons of the erythritol already in there. So we mix it all together now. Okay？ 咁呢度已經有2個 tablespoon unsalted butter 啦，2個 tablespoon heavy cream 啦，2個 large egg 啦，好 smooth 噶啦。咁然後咧就放呢度有4個 tablespoon unsweetened cocoa powder， 同埋2個 tablespoon of 呢個 erythritol。嗱，你睇下喺度係 mix 上去喎。嗱 mix 上去咧就 make sure 你唔好有 crumb 啊。咁一路 mix 一路 mix 晒啲 powder 咧，就好似個得好似做到咁樣嘅，睇唔到 ？mix 晒佢啦。Okay. Okay. Make sure the crumb 咧要 mix 晒啲 crumb 走。Okay. 所有 crumb 都 mix 晒走。Okay. Make sure that there's no further crumb, and then you just mix everything together. Make sure there's no crumb coming up. Okay. So mix. It's very simple. 有啲 crumb 咧 make sure mix 晒 crumb 走 ，OK？ So now it's all done, pretty much. You see how nice? It's smooth. It's gonna make it really smooth. Just continue to mix until you get very, very smooth. You see how smooth that is? You see how smooth? Okay? Very, very smooth. 嗱，要做到佢好 smooth 嘅喎嚇，咁你就差唔多完㗎啦。OK， 咁呢個都差唔多 OK 啦。嗱 ，make sure 唔好有冧啊，即係嗰啲一粒嗰啲啊，唔好有晒喺度。So make sure there are no lump, and I think we're pretty much done. Okay, now next step, I will put into one of the container， 就擺嘅，然後就焗落嗰個機嗰度嘅。OK， 咁我依家再擺呢個落呢一度。OK， 咁我依家熄咗相機先，咁然後我擺落去，然後先再做。Okay, close the camera now. We'll just we'll transfer this later to the cupcake. Okay, so we'll turn off the camera now. Oh, now you notice I already put my powder, everything mixed into the batter, and I already poured 1 cup into my cooking, my cupcake cups, and I put a little bit cocoa powder on the cup, on the cup to make it easier for me to work with. 嗱，依家我已經用咗個 batter 咧整好咗啦，咁我就已經做咗一個杯入去，擺啲 peanut butter 喺度。咁我教呢個點做，咁我做一隻，其他你就可以熄個相機，咁我哋再翻嚟嘅。Now, I'm going to do one so you know how it's being done first. Then after that, I'll turn on the camera, that will continue to pour, and then I'll fix, and then I'll put it in the oven. Okay? So now, this batter is all mixed. All you do is just pour half, basically, into 1 cupcake. You see this is about half. Stop. Okay? And then what you do is you take 1 tablespoon, actually it's about half a teaspoon of peanut butter and drop it into here. Okay. Okay, you see the peanut butter dropping here? Okay, then you continue to pour again. 嗱，你首先擺咗啲 batter 落去先，然後擺半個匙羹嘅 peanut butter 落去，然後咧再擺個 batter 上面。咁就完成咗依個工作㗎啦。咁我其他咧，我再擺落其他。咁我大概可能只係夠做4隻或者5隻，我唔知幾多住。咁我依家熄咗相機先，然後我再翻嚟。Okay, turn off the camera now. 係啦，我頭先咧就係擺咗所有嗰啲裏邊嘅粉咧。咁加埋晒咧，咁個 batter 咧就放咗落個吸嗰度啦。咁依家就係總共有5隻做到5隻啦。咁就 peanut butter 喺中間啦。咁我做呢樣。So I put the batter after put half the batter into the cup, and then you put about 3/4 spoon of peanut butter in the center. And then put the rest of the batter in there. So total, I could mix about 5 cupcakes. Okay, so it's quite easy, not so hard. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to put my ovens already at the total of 180 degrees. And then we'll open the hood of my oven. And I'm now going to put it inside the center of my oven and ready to cook it for a total of 15 minutes, 13 to 15 minutes. That's all we're done. So 我擺個落去 oven 裏邊啦，焗啦，咁啊係焗350度Fahrenheit 或者180度C， 焗佢總共13至15分鐘。So now I put it in the oven. So 150 Fahrenheit or 180 C at 13 to 15 minutes. And we'll cut up the camera now and we'll wait for how it looks like. Okay, see you a little while later. I'm back. The oven just go 叮，嗱啱啱個 oven 就叮一聲啦。咁我依家就開始拎咗出嚟啦。其實我拎咗一個出嚟，啲睇咗咧係好正仔嘅。咁但係都仲一個即係仲有4個喺度啦。咁我睇下點樣先。呢個就係咁樣嘅。嗱，其實咧最好咧，或者你揾把刀咧，可以周圍咁界，而可以界咗之後咧就可以彈佢出嚟。因為我跟住咧如果唔係咧就會實嘅。如果所以咧就揾一個把刀，咁把刀咧就可以能夠我話咧拿把刀可以咁樣慢慢咁界佢出嚟，好簡單。你捉住佢，揾一個 ，OK。咁咧你係揾呢個揸住佢啦，咁然後咧就一路咁接，即係咁界咗佢出嚟 ，OK。界完之後咧，咁呢個界啦，咁我就放咗喺一度個盒呢度 ，OK， 個杯喺度 ，OK。咁一彈出嚟咧，咁就應該出到嚟㗎。先係咁簡單 ，OK，so easy. Now the thing is this is Aloha peanut butter cupcake, lava cupcake. Aloha peanut butter lava cupcake. Okay, now you can see the lava will come out. I show you how it looks like. When I put in there, the peanut butter will comes up just like this. You see the lava just like coming out? You see the lava? I show you. Lava coming out. Okay, right here, lava coming out. Right, okay, good. You see the lava. So it's very delicious. Let me try this. Okay, good. Let me try this right now. Okay, wonderful. Okay, good. Delicious. This peanut butter is very good. The one thing is this is very low carb. It's delicious. It'll be wonderful with your Lowsutea. So I'll do one more time to try this. You can see the lava inside the peanut butter is so wonderful. I think it will be great with Lowsutea. So enjoy your dessert and Happy New Year again. Let me see one more time. It's very, very good. Especially hot where peanut butter starts leaking out and truly give you the sort of peanut butter lava flavor. 最正咧，嗰啲 peanut butter 慢慢流出嚟，好似個火山爆發一樣。咁我應該改個名叫 Aloha Peanut Butter Lava Muffin。咁啊，正到極啦。Okay, Happy New Year. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.
Okay, now we are back, and I will start. I will start answering questions if possible. Let's see. Hold on. Here we go. I'll help to answer questions. I hope that you can. There's some question. By the way, if you have a different oven, I found that some ovens are hotter and more efficient. So net result, we found that it's better to actually have, maybe if they're very hot oven, sometimes even as fast as 10 minutes, the cupcake will be done. So you want to make sure play it between 10 to 13 minutes or 15 minutes. So that time is become important. If not, your cupcake will become kind of a little harder if you overcook it. Okay, so just keep that in mind. 嗱，記住咧，因為好多人個 oven 都唔同啦，有陣時有啲熱得啲嘅，即係大熱啲或者 circulation 好啲嘅，嗰啲 oven 咧你可以短啲時間10分鐘都得嘅。咁個 lava 咧，即係嗰啲 peanut butter 出嚟嘅效果更加好，裏面更加 soft 嘅。咁如果你係 overcook 咗，你係硬啲嘅，咁所以呢個我哋你要 play around with it，OK， 即係咁先得。OK。So, wow, thank you very much. We have a lot of people come here. We still ask a lot of questions. We're going to answer the question now. One of the question is, okay, let's see the first question. Let me answer the first question. How does the question is potential complication? How does blood sugar cause stroke? Okay. How does a blood sugar cause stroke? 咁第一個問題咧就係佢話點解如果 increase your blood sugar， 點解你會中風咧 ？Okay, so it's really come down to the following. First, you have increased your blood sugar, and your blood sugar goes up. You know what? Your cholesterol will also go with together. Blood sugar goes up. Net result, your vessels will start plugging up with cholesterol and sugar, and net result, your blood sugar, blood pressure goes up. So as your blood pressure rise, you are now in a risk of causing stroke, because what happens is the blood pressure going up. If you go to the toilet, you suddenly go one time, and net result, your brain blood pressure must go up as maybe 200. So you not even have a chance to increase your stroke, but also have a chance to increase the heart attack. A lot of the older folks, especially, because you don't know how fragile your blood vessels in the brain. Those are the kind of common issues of stroke. And when I was an ICU nurse, I saw a lot of those. Okay, 嗱，記住點解會係有高糖尿病嘅時候，或者血糖高咧，會有機會中風咧？就係因為當你有糖高嘅時候咧，你血管加埋啲膽固醇咧，就令到血管咧就呢度塞咗好多不同嘅血塊喺度，即係嗰啲 plaque 啊。咁嗰啲 plaque 咧就會繼續 increase 咗個血你個總體身體嘅blood pressure， 即係你個血壓啦。咁當你譬如我忽然間話要去大便一谷嘅時候，可能你腦裏邊咧有啲地方係已經唔係咁健全嘅，咁嗰陣時就會爆嘅，或者係塞嘅，或者可能有 heart attack 嘅。所以呢個就係最多常見嘅有個stroke 嘅問題啦。咁 I hope you answer that question. The next question is lower body weight. Will lose more weight result better A1C? Wow, that's a good question. By the way, 個問題咧就係如果你降低磅數，係咪會幫助你個 A1C 降低咧 ？Absolutely. Okay, is absolutely. If you lower your weight, will help you to improve your A1C. The reason is the following: because when you go lower your weight, you know what can happen? Your blood sugar will go down. So your blood sugar go down, your percentage of sugar attaching the hemoglobin will be less. So your A1C will go down. My A1C was 220. When I was 225 pounds, well, A1C was 6.9. When I went down to 200 pounds, well, A1C is 6. So it is a substantial drop of, from 6.9 to 6 is extremely good. So it definitely affect. 當你如果你 A1C 係即係你磅數低咧 ，A1C 一定係連帶性嘅，因為糖高 up 嘅時候咧，或者你磅數低咗咧，你糖一定會降低嘅。咁你血糖降低咗之後咧，你糖黐住你個 hemoglobin 咧就少咗，咁你 A1C 一定低啦。咁呢個係連環性嘅發生嘅，所以 if you lower your weight, your A1C will definitely come down. So the next question is, can I lose too much weight in too fast? Adverse effect. Now, when you lose weight, I don't suggest you lose 10 pounds in about a month. That is not healthy. So you got to lose 1 to 2 pounds a month. That is really healthy. 嗱，記住你 lower 你個磅數咧，最 lower 1至2磅，唔係一 lower 10磅。當你 lower 10磅嘅時候咧 ，most 嚟會 gain 翻10磅咧，好容易嘅，你 maintain 好難嘅。因為咧你要做好多嘢 exercise 帶乜都齊晒啦 ，so it's not easy to lower your weight at one time in big amount. So very important, lower 1 to 2 pounds is a very good way and was sustainable, doable. So you gotta suggest to do that. And what do you suggest as a safe rate of body weight loss? So the safe rate, as I say, 1 to 2 pounds, not to over 10, like a 10 pound is not suggestion. 所以其實咧降低磅數咧，做1至2磅咧，先能夠降低會好啲，好過你一次過10磅咧，你做唔到嘅，同埋做咗之後咧 sustain 唔到，即係維持唔到嘅，咁啊會嘥氣嘅 ，OK？ And losing 5%, could you explain insulin resistance and impact to me? And so when you're losing 5% weight, for example, if I am 200 pounds, that means I'm losing 10 pounds altogether. So when you lose 10 pounds together, your blood sugar definitely will come down. Now, when you lose 10 pounds, not only your blood sugar come down, your lipid will also come down. When your lipid come down, what's going to happen, your B cells of the insulin will be not badly affected. It's actually will decrease the chances you have dysfunction of your B cell. So your insulin will work better because you're less fat, you're less sugar because you lose the weight. It help you to have better insulin function, bringing the insulin to the cell. So net result, your insulin resistance is really become better instead of getting worse. So that will help you to lower your blood sugar, since your lower blood sugar linked with lower lipid and also cholesterol. All that will work to decrease the insulin resistance. And on top of that, you say, if a calorie carb intake, what are the amount we should be shooting for? OK， 嗱，頭先講咗咧，如果你係降低血糖，你個 cholesterol 同埋你個膽固醇同埋 lipid 咧都會降低。咁降低咗之後咧，就會令到你嘅你個B cells 咧係會少啲去抗拒啦，咁啊帶啲頭入去，咁你個 insulin 一定會降低啦。咁但係如果咁講嘅話，咁我如果食乜嘢個卡路里同埋乜嘢個 carbs intake， 我先能夠啱咧。So我依家會講埋英文之後就答你啦。So the amount of calories and carb intake is important to remember is each day normal person will have 2,000 calories. Your carbs should be about 200 or less. If you really want to lower weight, you have to have 150 or lower carbs to achieve those goals. So that is what you're going to shoot for. So if your calories, if you can instead of say 2,000, I would take only 1,500 calories, or even more lower, I can make 1,200 calories. I can pretty sure you are going to lose weight. So you need to think about between 1,500 to 1,200 calories when you really lose weight with your exercise. That will be sort of the target you need to look at. And the carbs will be between 150 to 120 carbs. That will be something you got to plan, okay? 如果卡路里咧，每日我哋普通人係2000嘅，但係如果你 lose weight 咧，你要有1500個卡路里，或者到1200個卡路里。如果係碳水化合物咧，你應該係 under 150個碳水化合物。原本普通人可以200都得，但係如果你想 low weight 一定要150至120。咁呢個咧係你嘅要做嘅 target 啦。Okay, so next question, what should my calorie burning goal is going to be? I've already mentioned the calorie. Basically, you need to have about 1,500. If you lower your weight, you want to really lose weight, you should at least less than 1,500. So to plan that, your exercise, meaning if you walk 10,000 steps, you will burn approximately 200 to 350 calories. So if you take 1,500 calories already, you burn another 300. That's mean you're 120. So your weight definitely will come down. So that will be an example how you calculate your burn, your exercise. Imagine the daily exercise should be basically 10,000 steps will give you between 210 to 310, 310 to 350, around there, depends how fast you walk. So these are the way, if you burn another, 即係如果你行咗1萬步嘅，你已經係減咗300卡路里嘅，咁你一定會降低，因為你食15個卡路里，然後就再減300個卡路里，咁你1200咯，咁你一定會降低你嘅磅數嘅。So when you walk, you already burn 300 calories and you already eat 1,500. That's mean you're remaining on 1,200 calories. So definitely your weight will go down. So your daily weight, I would suggest you look for daily weight as every month you burn 1 pound or 2 pounds rather than go for lots of pounds, 10 pounds. It's not healthy. So the thing is this, you will see yourself burning 1 pound, 2 pounds in about a month. So every day the pound might go up and down. So you will see that sometimes you go half a pound, 1 pound. So you need to go with that to continue to work that goal to achieve that 1 month. You make sure you burn 1 to 2 pounds. That will be probably the best thing. So 記住，我哋每個禮拜一定係 burn 大概1至2磅已經有 very 唔係1個月1至2磅係已經好夠㗎啦，就唔好太貪心10磅減咗之後咧，可能你上翻去就更加多嘅。So if you sleep, skip meal, that is not going to be good for you. But you need to think about plate planning. The plate is about your big dinner plate, which is about 12-inch plate. I think this is 12-inch. So your dinner plate is the plate that you use. 所以你講話 plate planning 係咩？碟個幾大咧？大係12寸碟咧係啱㗎啦。咁你就去 plan 呢個plate planning。咁同埋咧，仲有 protein 咧。如果你話食你個 plate 裏邊你係好多 burgers 啊，即係 hamburgers 啊，係咪好咧？ So is it really have a plate planning based on just a burger? Now, if you have burgers, the problem is you have fat burger meats. That's not good. So you try to get some lean beef, chicken is probably better. On top of that, you should stir fry instead of fry. So that is not good. If you have fried, it's not a good thing because you need more oil to fry. 咁如果你食嘢嘅時候 ，protein 咧最好係瘦嘅肉啦，就唔好去即係要炸啦，要煎啦，咁係會好啲嘅。OK， 咁仲有啦，如果係 healthy snack nuts 如果食花生食幾多咧？嗱，其實3至4粒、6粒咧就唔好多過6粒啦。如果 any nuts, you should no more than 6 pieces of nut. It's better have celery steak, better have cucumber rather than nuts because nuts can be fattening. So keep that in mind. It's better to have nuts that is not because don't eat too much nut is being fattening. You can actually gain weight. So that is actually a better choice. So when you exercise, how do you calculate burn? But you can look at that in exercise. Important when you walk, you will burn between 200 to 300 calories. So it's only estimate, will not be really exactly burning that. But if you walk 1 hour, you burn about 210 to about 310 or 360 calories. So now you have an idea to take care of your burning calorie. If you take 1,500 calorie walk, you burn off another total of through your exercise another 300. So now you'll be 1,200. So for sure you will lose weight because you 1,500 eat food and then you burn another 300. So you're 1,200. So you will lose some weight on that. So that will be the way how you plan. You were not able to calculate exactly amount, how much you burn, how much. So you can only get an estimate basically. 如果你行咧，你係有210至220個卡路里至350個卡路里 burn out 嘅。咁所以其實咧就唔會 exact 嘅，只係一個估計啦。 咁記住，如果你食1000個卡路里，再減埋你個500個300個卡路里咧，咁你只知你有1200個卡路里，咁你一定會個磅數一定會低㗎啦。Okay, so another question: If I drink tea before meal, is it more effective, or how should I drink the tea after the meal most effective? Actually, 個問題咧係我飲咗茶前食前飯後前咧，會唔會更加好咧？或者係飲咗茶後食完飯先更加好咧？其實咧我哋現在咧係最好就係飲咗茶先，因為飲咗茶先咧，你就個肚咧已經係滿咗啦，咁變咗你食嘢係少咗嘅。同埋咧，仲有如果飲 Lowsutea 更加好，就係佢即刻咧有 coating 我哋個 stomach 咧係 block 咗啲糖咧入去你個血管度 ，OK， 因為有 guava 啦。So the important action is best is to drink tea before your meal. There's a reason. Actually, one of my friends was telling me, and mom keep telling me, hey, you got to do this. You have to drink some fluid before, or milk, or water before you eat. The reason is one. When you drink tea before you eat, you actually lubricate your stomach with Lowsutea. So how we do, first of all, block the sugar into the bloodstream. Secondly, it fill up your stomach. So when you fill up your stomach, guess what? You eat less. So when you eat less, it's actually better for you because you already felt that, well, I'm kind of full and I eat a little less. Actually, it is better practice to do that. So after you eat, certainly it would be good to drink some water to mix up totally with food with the fiber. So it help your bowel movement. It's also help you on your bowel to relieve yourself is better. Plus, when you drink Lowsutea, actually with that, you also have the effect on lower your blood sugar. So I hope I answered all your questions. Any more questions come in? Yeah, serving size of 1 cup of the cupcake is 6 carbs. 1 cupcake is 6 carbs. Okay, so that will be. I think I answered all the questions. If there's any other question, drop me an email down here, Andy at